wasn't rum and cola. Wasn't brave enough yet just to talk to you. Not a smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms.
Hello, ladies. Hello. Let us know you're here. Darylyn, so good to see you. Oh, my goodness, you guys. Welcome to Wind On Wednesday. There was like a slight delay. It's fine. Don't judge us. We're trying to figure out all the buttons and all the things, right? It's 2020 for like 2 more days, 48 more hours or less, 36, 22. Who knows? We're so glad you're here because it's hump day, and you probably don't even know what day of the week it is because you've been enjoying the holidays. Right. Which I'm so grateful for that you've been able to enjoy them. Montana and I'm Stephanie, by the way. That's Montana. We work from home. So this is not that.
You never know what day it is.
Never know what it is. Vacation day is always, actually a vacation week would be like one where there were some small people that are getting big that weren't. Okay, so it doesn't matter what kind of week you've had. Maybe you've had a week where you need some wine, or maybe you had a week where you need 2 wine. It doesn't matter. We're together now. And so tonight, oh my gosh, we are so excited. Can I speak on behalf of both of us, Montana?
Yes, absolutely.
So excited, you guys. So let us know you're here because here's the deal. We're going to be sharing and offering some stuff tonight that's going to blow your mind. Anybody want their mind blown? And I'm talking in a positive way, not the like March COVID kind of blown. I'm talking like the December, November kind of blown. Okay. So here's the deal. If you have not yet heard, our national area is giving away $2,000 cash tomorrow at 5 in less than 24 hours. $2,000 cash. $1,000 for a Mary Kay beauty consultant. $1,000 for a guest. So if you win, she wins. She wins, you win. I mean, if that's not a match made in heaven, I don't even know. But $1,000, what would you do? What would you do if you had an extra $1,000 to start 21? I mean, you'd be drinking that margarita that Crystal's talking about, right? She says she wishes she had a margarita. Yeah. Well, you're about to turn 21, sister, and you're going to need that margarita. But imagine what kind of margaritas you could have. Top shelf pink Cadillac margarita. I don't know. Yes. Okay. Here's the deal. You can win. So this right now, being on tonight with us, we're going to share with you at the end a chance for you to win, like get yourself entered. It's unbelievable. But this is the last chance. This is the last dance. This is
dance for love. Okay.
The final countdown.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Okay. Again, vacation for us would be to get away from the small people. We need to get up. Okay. So here's the deal, you guys. We're going to be sharing tonight some incredible stories. I'm going to hand it over to Montana in a second. But incredible stories. And you're going to get to hear more about Mary Kay. Here's why you want to stay on to the end. Should we tell them now? Let's tell them now. We're going to tell you like 10 times. We decided literally 10 minutes ago. I said, Montana, do you want to hear something crazy? And she was like, yeah. Like, okay, let's do something crazy.
Convince me.
We're both kind of like that. Like, we're just up for like, I mean, I'm up for basically anything as long as it doesn't risk me dying. Okay, I'm up for crazy as long as I might not die. Skydiving, no. But maybe what I'm about to say, oh yeah, we're both up for it. So here's what we decided. If you're a guest on tonight, first of all, let us know you're here.
Yes.
In the comments. Be loud, be proud. Okay, you ready to hear?
Tell us.
I'm really trying to delay, but I can't hold it in. Here's the deal. Crystal's like, yes, tell us. We decided anybody who's watching tonight, if they should decide to be crazy like us and join this Mary Kay thing for $30, the amount of money it costs to go through the McDonald's.
Probably find $30 in coat pockets, old purses, your couch.
Old purses. Good call.
There's a fortune in old purses. Like,
right?
just empty out your purses. You'll find $30.
Right? Oh my gosh. And you might have some Christmas money burning a hole in your pocket.
Yes.
You decide to join us for $30. of the $50 Great Aunt Millie wrote you a check for. If you're going to be coming into my unit or you're going to be coming in Montana's unit, that depends on, the only difference is who you get it from. We're going to give you $100 of free product of whatever you want.
Yep.
Whatever you want, you pick it.
Yeah.
Shopping spree. You spend 30, take a chance on me. Mm-hmm. Just like, oh my gosh, Chris, look at, take a chance on me, just like the old Abba song. Right? Take a chance. Take a chance on us. Take a chance on you. Take a chance on Mary Kay. Yep. $100 in free product of whatever you want. It's pretty exciting. Okay, so now we told you, Montana, let's give them some information and some good feels about why might they want to spend that well-found $30 in their purse or that Great Aunt Millie just gave them as a dying wish.
So good. Well, Stephanie and I put our heads together at the beginning of December, and we just were both like blown away by the women that I can't turn my we were literally blown away with the women that we have been blessed to be able to work with. And we knew that we wanted to bring their stories straight to you guys. We knew that we can tell you all the great things about Mary Kay, and we can tell you the facts, and we can tell you that we make 50%. We can tell you that we literally get to write our own paychecks every single month. But we knew that more importantly, you wanted to hear the stories that are real life happening right now. What are people actually doing in this business? What does it mean to say yes to Mary Kay? Why would someone not say yes to Mary Kay? What holds the average person back? And what are people surprised to learn about Mary Kay? And so as we have the pleasure of working with what we would consider the best of the best in Mary Kay, we wanted to give you the opportunity to hear their stories. So we have put together some amazing stories with some of the women in our units, and we're so excited to introduce you to them. So we are going to introduce you to them, and then we're going to give you a little bit of their insight, some stories that they have shared with us, some things that they're proud of, that they're so excited about, things that they maybe would have held them back, and then also things that as they came into the business, they want people to know about Mary Kay before they say yes to Mary Kay. So as you're hearing these, if you have questions or you have thoughts, please put it in the chat, because we are here. We're here to share with you, but also we will come back and answer any questions if we miss them in the chat. But I say, let's just roll. Let's just go.
Let's do it. Well, you guys, I want to say this. I want you to know what these videos, we literally sent these beauty consultants who were invited to do this. We sent them a list of questions just so that they were prepared, right? That's rude to be like on the spot, right? You'd freak out if we put you on the spot, probably. So we asked that, we said, here are the questions we're going to ask you, so think of your answer. They didn't run their answers past us, whatever. I mean, and I think that you're going to love this, because Montana have been doing Mary Kay for over 20 years combined, almost 30 years probably combined. And so you're not going to believe us. We're too happy and love it too much, which is weird, because most people who've been at a combined job for 30 years are not as excited or happy. But whatever. Okay, it sounds too good to be true. So you're going to get to hear really genuine answers from people who've been in Mary Kay from anywhere from like the last 6 months all the way to much longer, almost 20 years. And I think that you'll really get to see a genuine, I think that's the best way to put this, a genuine response to those questions. So they didn't have time to think about it in advance. But some of it was really off the cuff. I think some of it, you'll see it was very authentic. And so you guys, without any further ado, first we're going to introduce you to these really incredible women. And so first and foremost, I'm excited to introduce you from our unit, Jean Wiley. And Jean is a farmer's wife. She was she's now a retired elementary school teacher. She's a traveler who just loves to travel with her husband to, I don't know, steer, like bull ride. I don't even know, like farm things. You guys, it's not my thing. It's her thing. Making jam, doing all those things, but seeing the world. She's a mom and she's a grandma. And so you guys, I'm really excited for you to get to hear and introduce you to Jean Wiley.
Was a teacher. I taught for 37 years, and I worked hard, and I took pride in working with children and helping them to succeed. So that's where I was until my daughter got involved in the Mary Kay business, and I told her, I'll do anything to help you. Whatever you want me to do, I will do it. Except don't ask me to do it. Please don't ask me.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So how many of you could relate to that? Right? I bet my mom told me she broke out from it. And I found out later because I started in 01. Found out later it was in 83. I was like, things have changed, Jennifer. Just a little.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Get off your high horse. Stop using the Estee Lauder and join the Mary Kay train. Support your daughter.
Yeah. Oh, a little bit more about Jean, though, because Jean came into Mary Kay after she was retired. So here is the next piece of her before Mary Kay.
So there I am. After I was done teaching, because they told me they were going to move me to first grade, and I said, I'm not doing another thing. I am really ready to slow down and I told myself I was perfectly content that way. And so I said to myself, I don't care if I gain weight. And I just stopped dreaming. And I thought I was really done making a difference and accepting the fact that it's okay to be old. I mean, everybody else my age was looking old and dumpy. So, my life was surrounded with attitudes of negativity.
Yeah, you didn't make a decision to start your Mary Kay business for quite a while.
Actually, Jaylee Mae wanted me to she wanted me to help her, and I said I would do that, right? And she came to me. I was using the Repair skincare, and she asked me if I was washing my face morning and night, and I said yeah. And she said, no, you're not. I know you're not because it's not working. And so I took a picture of myself. So the one picture of me in that pink shirt, that was me when I started using it as a customer. And about 6 weeks later, me, after using it morning and night, I think it started looking pretty good. But
Yeah.
the one was a picture of my passport. And when I use that same picture, passport will last 10 years. When I use that same picture, they want me to sign my name because they can't believe that's me.
Crazy.
I love it. Do you guys love that? Those pictures?
So good. So good. Amazing.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, you guys. I mean, what a story. What a story. Like literally, she looks 10, 15 years younger now than she did. And I tell people, it's not just the skincare that's amazing, but the confidence she built. Like this is a new phase, but she is literally a new woman. And so I love that you guys got to meet Jean. And next, I'm excited to introduce you to Erica Van Hoven. And Erica is a therapist. She is a mom to sweet little Savannah. She's a wife, and she is a fun enthusiast. She didn't say that. I'm saying it because every time you look at Erica's Facebook, you're with her, you're having fun and you're laughing. So you guys meet Erica. Where were you before Mary Kay? What was going on in your life?
I am a mom to a beautiful little girl. Been married for 15 years, and I have been providing mental health therapy as a therapist for about 6 years now, since graduating from grad school. So I'm a full-time mental health therapist helping people work through the hashtag crazy COVID that we've got going on right now.
I love it. I love it. Okay, is there more, Montana? I didn't look ahead. Is that it? That's it. Okay. Well, it is, yeah. Well, Jean had more to tell. She had some things that she had a long history of things that she did beforehand. And really, I love all those stories. And so, really, you can see Erica's been in Mary Kay 6 months. He's been in for a couple of years. Their work history is a little longer outside of Mary Kay in different ways, and it's amazing. And so, next, you guys, I'm excited to introduce you to Teresa Boylan. And I had to remember when we went to do her interview to remember to introduce her right, because Teresa's a newlywed, and so she works 2 jobs. She works at this place called Michigan Apples, and then she's also a radio promoter. She goes on site and does all those fun things that radio promotional people do, and she's a country music lover. We do not see eye to eye on this, but she does love the country music. You guys meet Teresa.
So 2 years before Mary Kay, I graduated college with a bachelor in business administration and emphasis in marketing. And I was doing that while I was working a part-time job in an office. And within a year, I got my first full-time job in that same office. So my big girl job, if you will. So that was exciting. I was also working part-time at a local radio station, which I loved. And country music, as you know, Steph, is my heart and soul. Dreams of moving to Nashville to work in marketing in the country music world within a few years of graduation. But unfortunately, life had other plans. Another year later, very short few months after I got engaged to my boyfriend of 4 years, we did get married this year in the middle of the pandemic, so that was fun. That was great. But at that point in time, my mom had suddenly became ill with infection, and my priorities had been rearranged, and that dream got set aside while I advocated for her health, and life became chaotic, and it was difficult to focus on anything but family. So that was life was different at that point.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So many different stories, you guys. Such a difference. And, Teresa is on Crystal's team. And Crystal has been in Mary Kay probably the one of the longest of all the ladies you get to hear from my unit. And she is a soccer coach. Like, she just overall loves coaching. She's a former server, which I know she's so grateful she's not doing that right now. And she's now a mom to 4. She's a wife to Walter, her high school sweetheart. And she is a woman who is always looking to the future with a very positive and beautiful outlook. So, Crystal, tell us, what was life like when you started Mary Kay?
Oh, so it was busy. I was working 3 jobs. I was a full-time cake decorator. I was a full-time server, and my passion is soccer. And I was just entering in, I don't know, probably my 10th season of coaching that coming spring. I'm a mom of 4, but before then I just had my daughter who was a year and a half, and I was actually pregnant with my second kiddo that was due in that coming fall. So our plate was really full.
To say the least. Goodness gracious. Yes. Oh my gosh. I remember those days. I remember now the kids are getting so big. I mean,
I know.
Oh, but you know what? We've been there to see it all. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. Oh my God.
So good.
Guys, so good. I love this. I just love that you guys are getting to meet. And Montana's gonna be beaming in just a minute too, like with extra pride with these fabulous ladies that we're like proud moms of people who don't talk back. Okay. Yes. Awesome. Well, the last consultant in our unit I'm so excited to introduce you to is Liz Kleiss. And Liz is a speech and language pathologist. She's a mom, a wife, just gave birth to little Teddy just before Christmas. And a little known fact, Liz loves to sing. She had music is something she wanted to do, but you guys don't know this, but she can do the Thriller dance. And I tell people that all the time because I just think it's so cool she can do it. She's probably annoyed that Stephanie, it's not that big of a deal. I think it's so cool. But you guys meet Liz. She doesn't dance in this clip, unfortunately. So you guys, welcome Liz to our Stories That Inspire. So glad you're here.
Thank you.
Sharing tonight. So Liz, let's dive in. So tell me, what did your life look like years ago when you decided to start Mary Kay?
All right. Well, I had just graduated from college with my master's degree in speech language pathology. I just gotten engaged and was looking to move to a new city so I could be near my future husband. And at the same time, I was in a job working at a nursing home. It was my very first job working in speech language pathology. And I was not a fan. Working in a nursing home was not what I planned on doing with my degree. It was just kind of where I ended up for my first job. So I knew I was looking for a change. I wasn't really sure what that was at the time, but that's who I was. And I was kind of timid, not super confident, bit of a people pleaser, and just not sure what I really wanted out of life. And this was my very first Mary Kay event that I'd ever been to, where I met the amazing Pat Fortenberry. And this is really where my life changed forever. So.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. I love it. And the amazing thing about Liz is, like, before this video, Liz had, like, literally a week, 2 weeks, maybe, just had a baby. I mean, like, she got all Hepburn looking, like, red lipstick, very chic. I'm like, go Liz. I don't know if I was like that after my second baby right away. I don't think so. So good. All right, now I get to introduce you to some of the beauties in my unit. This is Dara Lynn. She is a wife to Jared. She was our very first virtual consultant. She was our first consultant that came in right as COVID was changing. No, excuse me. Wait, hold on. Wrong story. Apologize. Okay. So Dara Lynn was my very first virtual facial. Thank you. Back in early March. She is a wife to Jared, and she has 2 fur babies. And so let me introduce you to beautiful Dara Lynn.
Before Mary Kay, my life was similar to how it is now, but I just have started selling the past few months. I still work full-time at a bank, and I sell Mary Kay on the side. And, like Montana was saying, when the pandemic first started, I was gifted a virtual facial from my good friend, and it allowed me to try the products without leaving the house, which was really important during the pandemic. It still is now. And I fell in love with the products, and I started to attend more virtual Mary Kay events. And I was really enjoying it. I loved learning about new products and how to do my makeup better. And I did host a couple of parties. I earned some discounted products. And then I asked myself, why am I going to keep paying full price? So I started to sell it, and I got out of my comfort zone.
Yes. And so I have to tell you this about Dara Lynn, because her husband he is like going for Mary Kay Husband of the Year. He literally she's going to tell you about it in a minute. This is how supportive he is. Hold on. So glad. And Jared has been such a fun person to get to know too. I mean, I feel like he's like Mary Kay Husband of the Year, doing his thing and helping you with your business. It's really
very
cool.
Supportive. He likes to try products as well, and he even stars in some videos.
Ooh, he's a
He's
star.
willing to try products, so that's great.
It was so cute. He made the best satin hands video on his feet. It was amazing. All right. The next beautiful woman was our very first virtual Mary Kay consultant that came in post-pandemic. This is Portia Orndorff. She is a college professor. She teaches like 10 classes in sociology, and she's fantastic. And she is married to Lynn, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about her. So, what did your life look like before you found Mary Kay?
I was happy. I can't say that I was like, depressed and sad and all that stuff, because it's not true. Yeah. I am helping raise my friend's child that I refer to as my kidlet. My wife and we've been married for 13 years now, about 12 and a half before Mary Kay. And we have pets that we love, and we just kind of pour ourselves into our work. I teach sociology, and my wife teaches sustainability science. So a lot of the material that we deal with is rather depressing, to be completely honest. Like, I spend a lot of time going, and we're always trying to live, like, we live a paper-free existence except for toilet paper, which that's the only paper we use in our house. Everything else is cloth and fabric and washable. And we don't use plastics. Like, we don't use single-use plastics. Like, we are super concerned about that stuff and do our part to make sure that what we're doing is the right thing for our entire community. But there was definitely, I had been doing my job for 10 years, full-time, 11 total teaching. And I just kind of was in that groove, I guess, definitely in the groove. And was feeling, with COVID hitting, I was like, well, what am I going to do to shake up my life? And so I wasn't necessarily like looking to be a Mary Kay girl. Like really, and if you see some old pictures of me, you'll be like, "Oh, she definitely was not looking to be a Mary Kay girl." I didn't even know I was supposed to wash my face.
Yeah,
like I really had no idea. So I've learned a tremendous amount of things, like to wash my face twice a day, and to moisturize my oily skin, because now I have far fewer breakouts. So those have been some pretty cool things that I've learned, but I didn't know a lot about that stuff. It just wasn't part of my existence. I was like, I am serious sociologist.
Yes. All right. And then we have Elizabeth, who is the most beautiful gray-haired bombshell in our unit. I always tell her how much I love her hair. Someday I'm going to have hair just like her when I grow up. And she has, I think she has 3, 4, 5, I think she has like 6 grandkids. I hope that's right. I hope I didn't forget anybody. 3 beautiful daughters. She's married to a wonderful husband. And she has been a Mary Kay for 19 years. Here is Elizabeth.
I'm Elizabeth Justina, and I've worked with Mary Kay Cosmetics for about 19 years in just a couple of weeks here. And I have been a medical consultant, off and on. Tried retirement twice. That didn't work out. And I am back working and doing Mary Kay at the same time.
All right. So many diverse stories, so many mixes that people come in different ways in Mary Kay, and I absolutely love that. And so now we get to tell you a little bit of their unique stories. And so Stephanie, you go ahead and start us off.
Well, one of the things that we asked everybody, so after that, we kind of said, like, you know, what surprised you? What surprised you about coming into Mary Kay? Because, you know, I know people come into Mary Kay all the time for something. They think that whether it's the discount, whether it's, you know, because we save 50%, why would you not? Okay. If you like the products enough, you should probably get them in a discount. Sometimes they come in because they're just looking for some girlfriends, you know, like it's like a club. It's like a girl gang, which is what we call ourselves, the girl gang. And so it's like a club, right? I mean, you can't even join the stinking Brownies or Girl Scouts of America for $30. And you know, it does the same thing. Build your confidence, look good, feel good, you know, but you don't have to sell the cookies. You sell the lip gloss and the mascara and the skincare. And people look better, not 15 pounds heavier after your big sale. And so, you know, people come in for different reasons, but I think that they just stick around for different reasons after that. And I think always it results in like a pleasant surprise. Yeah. So
here's some of the things that the girls have said about what surprised them. And so we're going to start with, I will tell you, okay, so surprise them. Let's see. Let's start with this one, which actually addresses surprise. And then we'll go, we have a couple funny ones. What is one thing that you wish people knew about Mary Kay before, like that you didn't know, you know, before they said yes? What's one thing you wish people would know?
You know, even after I signed my agreement and was in, I definitely still had the mentality that I was going to have to fight to maintain my identity inside of Mary Kay. I definitely had the like, yeah, they are totally not going to see me coming kind of. Yes, I had here's the box, here's the cookie cutter thing that I'm going to have, that the people are going to expect me to fit into, and I'm not going to fit, and that's going to be weird, right? Yeah. But what I have found that I really love about, and maybe it's just our unit, but I'd like to think that it's all over the company, but that the focus is not on turning me into a Stepford wife or the Mary Kay lady who, you know, knocks on your door and is all pink. I've already been pink for a long time, right? Yeah. So, but instead, the focus.
We didn't make her that way.
No, I started this way. So I have learned in the last, I think it's been 7.5 months now,
awesome, that
all of our training and all of our goal setting things are all about me. They're all about personal growth, and not personal growth that is already laid out for me. There's not a path already laid out for me. It's, well, what do you want to do and what fits with your values? What does align with your values?
I love it. I love it. Well, you guys, I want you to hear from my girl Liz. So Liz kind of was like me. We had a lot in common. When we said yes to Mary Kay, we didn't really think about it. Sometimes not thinking is the best thing that can happen for you. So you decide to really kick it up into high gear. But like, you know, what do you wish that like people knew about Mary Kay? Like, what was the difference for you?
One thing that I wish more people knew, and it really surprised me, was how much it changed my life on a personal level, like the personal growth that I had. I mentioned before, I came into Mary Kay a people pleaser, worried about what people thought, very, feeling stuck, very little confidence, feeling stuck, being angry because I was stuck. And then, going into Mary Kay, I met all these women who have become some of the best friends of my life. They lift me up, they help me, we encourage each other, and that's made a huge difference right there. So meeting these women and then hearing their stories and learning from them, and it's helped me to become a more confident person. And becoming a more confident person has also helped me to become a better, because I still am doing speech language pathology. It's helped me in that job as well. It's helped me to become a better mom, a better wife, better daughter, and being confident. That would I say is my biggest takeaway from this business so far, because being a confident mom is helping me to show my daughter what it's like to be a confident woman. And she's already at the age of 3 got so much confidence, and it's just amazing to watch.
Oh my goodness, you guys! I love the confidence. I mean, like really, Linda Tupin, who's a retired national Mary Kay, and if you saw her, she does not look like she should be retired. She retired last year, and she always has said that she believes that every woman, like a draft, okay, like don't take offense to anything I'm saying, but like the military draft, like every woman should be drafted into Mary Kay for 1 year. Even if she doesn't stay a year after that, she will be a better version of herself, which really in turn makes everyone around her better and really gives her more joy. And so I think that's the greatest gift that Mary Kay gets to give that I've seen over and over, more so than anything else. And so I love that Jean really points out what a difference it's made for her. I know you saw the pictures, but wait till you hear the story. Like, what do you tell your team members or people who are considering Mary Kay that like you wish you knew at the beginning? Like at the beginning of it, what do you wish you would have known or followed through on or, listened to?
Well, I actually I had to learn to stop telling myself that I can't and asking myself, how can I? And that there are people watching me and they really want me to succeed because it gives them hope. And when I look back on my beginnings, I remember this was all brand new. And I thought, this is never going to happen. I don't even know all this technology. And I just remember feelings of frustration, but that's okay because I just kept at it. I just kept chipping away at it, piece by piece, and telling myself, this is what God wanted me to do. He's not done with you. He has a lot of things left for you to do. And what a feeling when you have helped somebody else.
So like you live in a small town. You live in a pretty small town, rural. Everybody knows everybody. What do people say when they see Jean?
Well, I'll never forget the one friend of mine. Her husband stood behind her and she said, do you remember Jean Wiley? This is Jean Wiley. And he said, Jean Wiley? Yeah. Jean Wiley? Oh,
I love it.
Customer of mine too now.
Oh, like yeah, I'm sure she would be. Not every woman wants her husband saying Jean Wiley.
That was my favorite part. I love
it. Oh my gosh! I've always said I want to go back to a reunion because when I started Mary Kay, we have Facebook, right? And now I'm over 40, and I've never been to any of my class reunions. I didn't move to my high school till like my last 4 years, so I didn't really get attached to those people too much. And But I'm like, if I go back, it's purely for vain reasons. And so I just don't go. But I just feel like I've been to my husband's and he's only 2 years older. And some of those girls didn't quite take as good a care of themselves, didn't learn about taking care of their skin, and don't have the same kind of confidence that's been instilled in me. And I feel bad for them. But woo. Anyway, Gene Wiley is where it's at these days, guys. You see how that's a Gene Wiley.
I love the confidence that, like you said, that most women gain from this. And it's not just confidence that is for Mary Kay. It's confidence that spills into the other areas of your life. And so here's a little clip from Dara Lynn's story about how that worked for her. What would have delayed you from starting?
I mean, I think definitely the confidence level for me. I just didn't know if I had enough people in my life that were willing to try new products or host parties. And I realized that, I do have enough people in my life that are either willing to try products or host parties. And you don't need that many really to get started, because you hopefully get parties from parties. So that's great.
Yes.
So true.
So good.
So
and
true.
The support that women are that we, as the women that get to mentor and coach these women to their best, is something that's unlike any other business. And I know Erica's story of how that's something that surprised her was so amazing.
What surprised you? Because you said it's different. So what surprised you the most about Mary Kay?
I would say the two biggest things that surprised me the most was the support, right? Like anytime I have problems, questions, complications, not really sure how to navigate, I have your support. I have the unit support. I have, friends and family that are behind me 100%. And I'm a walking billboard for amazing products. So there's not really like door to door, like selling like old school encyclopedia, right? Like I don't have to be like, would you like A through Z today? Would you like to buy some knives? Would you like, whatever it is that I'm trying to upsell you. So it's so easy that it's easy. And that really surprised me too.
Yeah, it is. It's a very simple business. And I think, wouldn't you agree, as a therapist, wouldn't you agree that women overcomplicate it?
Yes, we do.
Especially the decision, we overcomplicate even. We were psychoanalyzed and we didn't even know it. Well, you guys, let me just tell you that, there's something that could have held every single person back. And I think that so many times what could hold you back, people around you would say, yeah, that it's not the right time. You're right. Do it later. Do it later. They would say that because whatever you believe, you find evidence to support. But many times those same reasons that people don't do Mary Kay are the same reasons why they decide to step into it. And that's one of the things that Teresa shares.
I was a customer for 4 years before starting my own Mary Kay business. And what kept me at that time was simply time. I was just wrapping up finals and began the enrollment process for finishing my degree at Northwood, which is where I got my bachelor degree at. And I was just so focused on work and finishing my education, I couldn't fathom one more thing that was on my plate. So, and looking back, I would say was also a little bit of fear, fear of failing was in there too. So when I was presented with the opportunity, again, 2 years ago, I had the same worry about time. I was planning my wedding and I didn't want to give up the job that I so loved with the radio station. And at the same time, though, I was also looking for some joy and some fun after that rough summer with my mom's health. So I learned I could create my own schedule with my business around these things and made my choice to begin my Mary Kay business and my journey.
And so what do you wish, looking back, like to your beginning, what do you wish that, people just knew about Mary Kay when they look at it?
I wish that they just knew that it is not for older women, I should per se. I mean, that's the tip. That's what I took. I wish that they knew that it's for the younger generation. And I had asked my husband this question. He goes, they need to know that it's for everybody. It's not just for older women. It's for, you know, my niece is 18, you know, your niece's age. And, you know, I was 20 when my 20s when I started. So it's really for every age group of women out there to be able to try it out, to experience, and just to see what it could do for them.
That's great. And that's so important for people to know, because it's seriously, even when I started 19 years ago, I didn't see women younger than me. I was 23 at the time, wearing pink Cadillacs. Now, granted, we didn't have, makes me feel so old. We didn't have social media then either, you know, to see that people were doing it. But, you know, to see women literally from every age, from 18 all the way into their 60s and 70s and 80s, picking up Cadillacs and just loving their Mary Kay career, loving their life so much that they begin early, or they carry it on, you know, through well past what they would normally retire from another job. And so it's incredible.
So good.
It's so incredible.
Yeah. So, you know, one of the things that I love about this whole situation that we get to do from our perspective as the sales directors is that we get to live vicariously through all of these women. Like, we are just as excited to see them soar, to do all these things as if we were doing ourselves, probably more excited, I think, because we get to enjoy it, because we know the joy that they're getting, and then we get to like enjoy their joy. And I'll tell you that I had a conversation with one of the women in my unit. So she does something every year for Christmas, a Mary Kay give back, and she left me a voicemail this year, and I was like, I had to call him, like, this is an incredible voicemail. Like, you were like bursting through the phone. So let me tell you a little bit about one of the ways that Mary Kay has enriched some of the lives of the women in our unit, which has in turn allowed her to enrich the lives of others. And just today, what did you do? Tell the people.
I delivered 152 gifts to the VA Medical Center at Loch Raven. And part of that will stay there, and part of that will go to Perry Point, which is north of here. And I was just flabbergasted. It's 50% more than we did last year. And hopefully next year we can do another 50%. That would just, that would be just lovely.
So awesome.
Yes.
You get to keep giving.
Yeah. We call that a boomerang gift in our family. Like when someone in your household gets a good gift, or you buy something for somebody, and then it's like also something you can enjoy, we call it a boomerang gift. Like, I got a roller for Christmas, and it's a kind of a boomerang gift for my husband. He's also liking it. I mean the gift, but also, you know, everything that comes out of that too.
This is a family program. Okay.
That's right. Yeah, I know. Sorry. Oh my gosh, are you guys loving it? Like, tell us in the chat, like, what are these stories? Are you feeling any stirs in your hearts? Like, are you excited to see all that Mary Kay has? And so, you know, we know that you've got life. We know that there's, you know, change is coming. This is the season in life in the year when people are like ready for something different. And so, you know, we know, and Stephanie's going to share with you in just a second, we know that life is not standing still, even though the world is a little bit more at a standstill. But being busy doesn't make you not able to do this business. It just makes you more creative in using your pockets of time.
Oh my gosh. You know, honestly, let me say something. If I were to take Mary Kay in 2020 and put it to Mary Kay 2002, basically, I started at the very end of 2001, December, 2001. If I could, you guys, I used to sit in DC traffic. I mean, live in Michigan now, but I used to work for Congress in DC. DC traffic, we didn't text. You had a certain number of minutes on your phone. So I waited till I got home. I sat in traffic going into work 25 miles each way, anywhere from an hour and a half on a good day to 3 hours on a bad day, to go just one direction. And oh my gosh, my husband drove. I mean, I would just sit and take a nap, but all the things I could do now. I mean, between social media, I mean, there are ways, you guys, that you could literally just like hit go and things run on autopilot for you and you don't even have to think. Where was that 20 years ago, for crying out loud? But I think that people always think it's bigger than it is. I think whatever you focus on gets bigger. That's why you don't focus on debt. You don't focus on losing weight, because then you just end up spending more because you're afraid you won't get any more money, and you end up eating more because you're afraid you won't get any more treats. Whatever you focus on gets bigger. And so I think if you can focus on what's possible and the excitement, the joy, and the connections versus the fear, you might just be brave enough to say yes, because it's $30. And actually, if you spend $30 in fast food, your butt's just going to get bigger. So, and you don't even have to focus on it. It just happens like magic. Anyway, and so you guys, once again, I'm going to post in the chat right now. This is the link. Okay. So if you're a guest on tonight, go ahead. And when we're done, make sure you click on this link and you fill out the survey. You're going to get entered to win the $1,000 for a consultant, $1,000 for you, a guest, tomorrow night at 5 p.m. It's going to be on Zoom, not Zoom, what's the YouTube? Sorry, I forgot. It's going to be on the YouTubes. It's going to be on YouTube. Your consultant can get you the link. You can watch at 5. We're actually going to be inviting a couple different couples of consultants and her, consultant and her guests on, just to get their feedback on what they thought about, this whole contest and hearing more about Mary Kay. So it's going to be kind of fun. And then, of course, we'll have a grand prize winner. It's like New Year's Rockin' Eve. We're trying to give people something to do, because in Michigan, there's no restaurants open. So we ain't got nothing to do. So we're going to be getting carry out and hanging out, talking to you. Just call me Ryan Seacrest.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Who can I be? I'll be
Jenny.
Jenny. Oh, yes.
Yes. Go grab your husband and call him your Donnie.
That's right.
Anyway.
I might enjoy that. I'm just saying.
Just saying. Okay. Again, family program, Montana.
Sorry.
Okay, you guys, click it, whatever. But again, if you decide tonight, you decide tonight. Now, if you don't people miss watching this video, they don't get this bonus. You got to be here. You got to be here for the experience, right? You got to feel it. And if you make that decision tonight to take a $30 chance, then we've got $100 in free product of your choice. We're not going to just send you random stuff. Your choice. Coming your way. Shop our stores. Look at this stuff by me. Plenty for you. Shop our stores. And that's our gift for you. Because like Abba said, take a chance on me.
Yep.
That's it. If you have questions, we'll stay on for a few minutes. But otherwise, go fill out the survey. Then go to your consultant's Mary Kay website. Fill out the agreement. Don't think about it.
No.
I think thinking is so overrated sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and I love, Stephanie, you've said this so many times, and I'm going to absolutely steal this from you. And you're right here, so it's okay because you don't mind. But you don't ask your mom, you don't ask your best friend, you don't even ask your husband if you can spend $30. I mean, we don't. That usually comes the after fact in our household. Like, oh yeah, by the way, you don't need
ask for forgiveness.
Yes, exactly. You don't need to ask the peanut gallery. If you have a stirring in your heart, if you have a desire, if you're like, dude, I just want to save 50%, give it a try.
Even if you think you just have gas, just do it. I mean, you don't need a movement. You just need maybe a bubble.
Yes, Stephanie, thinking is overrated. That's right. You'll think
gas bubble
in and out of it. Yeah. Get there. Don't ask.
Yeah, no, don't ask.
By the way.
There's nothing that a little romp can't fix sometimes.
That's right.
And $30, I mean, you don't even need to do anything for that. That's my opinion. Some marriages are different, but until we're talking large double-digit numbers, I don't ask because I don't want to be asked. You know what I'm saying? That's how I don't ask what you're spending your money on because I don't want to be asked what I'm spending my money on.
Yep. That's good.
Let me just tell you about the Christmas I had. Santa was so good to me. And you know who was surprised at what was under the tree for me? My husband. Because of my
He's so nice, that Santa.
I mean, look at the Uggs I got. Aren't they cute?
Oh, they're so cute.
I wear them like slippers. Hey, we're in Michigan. It's cold.
Yeah. My husband got Ugg slippers too.
Oh, he did. I guess
I'll take a real pair. I'm like, okay, I got you.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. I got you, me here too.
All right, guys. Well, we hope that you join us tomorrow night. We will post the link to view tomorrow night to see if you are a winner. Make sure you fill that form out and, connect. If you connect with your beauty consultant tonight, you're like, hey, listen, I got some questions. Because here's the thing. We're going to give you a shopping spree of $100 from our Mary Kay store. You're going to get this really cute decal to go on your Compact Pro from your director. And then, you know what else you're going to get? 20 more entries into the cash giveaway for tomorrow when you say yes tonight. So give it a try. I know we've had multiple people coming in our unit this last minute. So like 20 more tries? Yes, I'll take it.
And the tax deductions, if you bought anything big in 2020, you're going to want to be a Mary Kay because in 2 days, that becomes a tax deduction. If you wait to start Mary Kay in 2 days, you have to wait 360 plus more days to get. We can't even write it off anymore because you bought it in 2020.
Yep.
Just saying, guys.
Just
know your legal deductions. I don't know them. I just use an account. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine, but it's legal.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you. Oh,
what?
And then don't forget to come back next week because it's not over. We got a whole new mix for 2021. So we'll be
returning 21.
Yep, again. Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. Let's do it. All right, ladies. We'll see you tomorrow night. We'll see you next week. Have a beautiful new year.
And
thanks for joining us.
Don't hug strangers.
No. Don't kiss them or like good.
No.
See ya.